Today I'm going to show you how to dehydrate frozen green beans. I tend to wait until they're on a really good sale and then I'll just buy a whole bunch of bags and put them into my dehydrator. So that way I have green beans. I use it a lot for soups and like casseroles. I don't like to keep a huge amount of this in my freezer because it takes up a lot of space. I prefer to have food storage in my pantry because I have more space that way. The advantage of doing the frozen green beans is, as opposed to fresh green beans, is that you can skip the blanching process, which is necessary in order to freeze or dehydrate green beans. You normally blanch them, which basically means cooking them in hot water for a few minutes. So by buying frozen green beans, the manufacturer has already done that step. So we literally can just put them right onto our trays. I actually don't even bother defrosting them. I just bring them straight home from the grocery and just put them right onto my dehydrator trays. So I use the mesh sheets on my dehydrator trays, and we're just going to just take straight from the bag and just pour it right out onto the tray, and then you're just going to spread them out into an even layer. Probably fit a little bit more than one bag on a tray. For my Excalibur dehydrator, the trays just slide right into the track. So I have all of my trays filled. And we're going to take the cover and just put it right on there and then dry. For drying green beans, we want to set our temperature to 130 degrees, and you're going to dry them for about 8 to 12 hours. The nice thing with the Excalibur dehydrator is that it has a timer, so I can set it for 10 hours and then it'll automatically turn off. I can check for doneness, and if I need to put it in a little bit more, I can. So we're going to turn on our dehydrator. Once my timer has gone off, we're going to check our green beans. They should be kind of hard and brittle, no moisture. They should not be soft or flexible at all. So mine actually feel okay, so I'm going to work with those. If yours still have a little bit of moisture or they don't feel quite dry completely, just put them in for a little bit longer. I just turned off my dehydrator, so these are actually still hot. So I'm going to let them cool for about a half hour first before putting them into my jars. I don't want the moisture to get trapped in the jars, which will create mold. So we're going to let these cool completely for about a half hour. I'm going to run my hands along the tray just to get it detached from the mesh. They sometimes stick a little bit to it. I have my jar with my canning funnel. I like to use that when I am putting my things in because I find it makes it a little bit easier to shimmy in. And then once I have my, this one is a little extra full, I like to put an oxygen absorber into it for long-term storage. When you put the lid on, don't forget to label what you have inside as well as the date, so that way you can rotate your food pantry better.